She's there, and I'm there, and he's there. I'm Debbie with you here. I'm glad that you cannot breathe what I'm speaking right now, because the influenza has ravaged my household. It is a very crippling illness. It comes on very slowly, and then it packs a wallop. And it got me. And I first and foremost wanted to say that we have talked to Deshawn. Deshawn has been in contact with one of my people, David, and he is doing fine. He lost his internet, and so he will be joining us back here again, hopefully, as soon as possible. And I cannot tell you how scared I got. I was in an absolute state of panic. I was posting things everywhere. You know, I know there's a lot of people that get really nervous when they see me go online on the internet on my talk show here. And I just want everybody to know that I have nothing but good things to say about people. I'm holding my own. I'm paying my own. And I have just as much of a right to be here as anybody does. This influenza, getting back to it, this influenza is very scary. It came in through my daughter's baby. When 1 week ago, we were in the emergency room with this little boy running an enormous amount of fever. And about an hour before we left to go to the emergency room, my daughter came down with it. It'll hit you really quick when suddenly you start feeling your chest just sort of hurts or something. And then you develop a cough. It comes in through your lungs. It's aerial. It's airborne. And it hit me. I didn't think it was, and it did. It hit me about 3 days ago. Now, we, of course, went and sought out Tamiflu, which is what I'm holding in my hand right now. And I'm holding Tamiflu capsule 75 milligram. Well, I had a negative reaction to this. I don't do a lot of chemicals in my body. I barely take Tylenol. There was a time when I like many of you out there, got strung out on pain pills by virtue of going to a dentist at one time. And other than that, I've never taken anything other than birth control. And let me tell you something. This is a powerful little pill here, and it knocked me on my ass. I was sitting today in my bedroom. I was laying on the bed, across the bed. I wasn't in bed. I was laying across the bed on a pillow, propped up on my elbow, watching a series of TV shows that I had purchased on Netflix. When suddenly and without warning, I had this horrible sensation come over me that I was going to be sick. So I called out to my husband, who came running in the bedroom, and I had this look of panic on my face because I could see my face across the way in the mirror, and I was white as a ghost, and I was scared to death, and I had this heaving feeling in my stomach, and suddenly just blah, and he was there to help me, of course, and I appreciate that. But I had eaten nothing because it's so weird. It's a very weird little mean virus. It's what they give you is an antiviral drug, which is very potent, and I immediately stopped taking it. So after 3 doses, it hit me violently, and I know that that's what it was because I could just feel it. I just feel like I've got a chemical presence in my body. I just feel like I'm chemically altered right now, and I cannot stand that. It almost feels toxic in a way. I highly suggest, if by some random reason that you get this, try to fight it naturally. Drink water, fresh distilled water. Eat raw vegetables, eat raw foods. If the coughing gets ridiculous, just try to do things more naturally. I don't recommend Tamiflu. I mean, unless you've got to have it. So I just wanted to come on here and tell everybody that I am alive. I know I haven't been broadcasting for the past 4 days, I think. I think it's been since December 29th, I think was the last time I did an episode. So that would be the 30th, 31st, 1, 2, 3, 5 days then. And I am doing fine. Everything's fine with me and Steve Rush. Everything's fine with me and Mr. Midnight Movie. Everything's fine with me and Jewish Producer. Everything's fine with me and David. Everything's fine. I still love the news guy. Nothing's changed. I am just down. I am not in service at this time, I guess you could say. And it's, you just sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep until you don't know whether it's day or night. It's cold here in Dallas right now. It's freezing outside. We have no precipitation falling or nothing freezing like that, but it's very cold. As you know, I have lots of dogs. I am an animal activist when it comes to dogs. I wanted to mention one thing that disgusts me that I was listening to earlier today when the better of my curiosity got what do you say? The curiosity got the better of me. And I went to listen to a broadcast over here that I cannot understand why this person does this. It absolutely is the most ridiculous thing to even call it a show. It is a female that comes on here, and all she talks about is her personal life. That's all she does. She just talks about this. Well, she was talking about and had a live broadcast going of some horrible children that were abusing a puppy. And you could almost hear the cries of this animal in the background. Well, she very valiantly begins to say she's going to call animal control. Then you hear one of her adult men children barking at her in this loud voice, and she tells him to open up his window to air his room out, which God only knows why, but no names, okay? You'll just have to figure out who it is. But I was disgusted with what I was listening to. And I am a known animal activist in Dallas. I have spoke in public many times behind the microphone at rallies. I have never once turned down a dog. I house 5 dogs at this time, and I would take 5 more if they needed me. I will not leave them out in the cold. They're all in the house right now in beautiful crates. They're crated very comfortably. Now, the large one I will not crate because he's too big. He is a 120-pound Labrador Retriever that belongs to my son, and he will not be crated. Now, however, the Basset Hound is crated in a very large crate. I've got 2 dachshunds in one crate and another dachshund in another crate. I've got the older dachshund alone because she's old and she's a grandma and she wants to be comfortable and she doesn't want to be bothered by little weenie dogs. And I believe that animals are, especially dogs and horses and cats and raccoons and anything else that has a pulse, I believe they are just as important as we are. I believe they are. I call them, in my personal life, I call them people with tails. My children laugh all the time because I say people with tails. They are people with tails. They're just people, just like you and I. They just can't speak our language. And to hear this person speak of somebody was harming, I would have gone down there, whatever the situation was, and I would not have let go till thunder struck if I saw somebody abusing an animal, because an animal lives in constant fear of us. Think about how helpless a little 20-pound dog is next to a human. We look like a monster to them. We look like a house. And they trust in us. They're there for us. They love us. And I just get utterly disgusted when I hear of anybody that's even remotely witnessing abuse, putting up with abuse, and saying they're going to call animal control. Animal control? Are you kidding? I would love to call animal control on some people that I know. You know, Mr. Midnight Movie gets tickled at me because he says, you don't have a problem at all with such and such with people, but when it comes to animals, I believe that animals are victims of this world that we live in. They don't have a voice, so I am their voice. They are helpless. They depend on us for everything. I had a very evil person the other night call me emotional. Oh, she's too emotional. And I'm just bloviating now and just getting some things off my chest. I've been sitting here for days just going, what am I going to do? I'm so bored. I don't want to clean the house. I've been folding some laundry, but that's about it. I haven't even felt like eating. Ugh, this is horrible flu. It's horrible flu. We have type A. It's the A1. It's the bad one. Well, this person was on my show and said, oh, she's so emotional. What exactly does that mean? Emotional. Doesn't that mean I'm human? Doesn't that mean I'm female? Doesn't that mean I feel and I have feelings, and I feel love, I feel pain, I feel hurt. The hurt I have felt in my life, nobody you've ever met in your life, and probably everybody you've ever known put together, has never felt what I felt. I have been through so much hurt that it would shock you to know. But I don't make that a common practice to talk about here on my online radio show, because I'm not into being Debbie Downer. As far as my everyday life goes, things are fine, but I have a past that would make your teeth itch. And I am nothing less than a survivor of life in certain aspects. I take offense very easy at people who come at me. I take extreme offense at people who come at people that I know. I am more of a defender than I am of myself. I'm more of a defender of other people than I am of my own self. I will attack when I see that somebody's being attacked. And if I ever was to see anybody that is considered human abusing a dog, I would not rest until that human was dealt with. I don't care if they're 6 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, special needs, perfect person, anything. I don't care, Boy Scout, Eagle Scout, Cub Scout, whatever. They would be dealt with. And I would try to make damn sure that they were never around another animal again. And it never even enters my mind to think that somebody in this household would abuse an animal. Other than that, the person that was on my show the other night that rattled me so much that I called him a very bad word. It's the first time in the history of my life I've ever referred to anybody with that word before. But this person was what I consider evil. They were outright attacking me, abusing me for no reason at all. I was very much accommodating, sweet. I was nice to this person, and this person came at me with fangs out for no reason at all, with 5 gentlemen in the same Skype conversation, and he attacked me. So I, being the kind of person I am, I attacked back. But I was in full range of thought. I knew exactly what I was doing. I was thinking at the time. I don't regret or take back anything that was said. I think it was all warranted. And it's my opinion that this person deals in hate constantly on his show. That's all he talks about, is hate this and hate that. And I can't stand that. I am not that. Nor will I surround myself with that. I have been attacked ever since I came online. The brighter your light shines, the more they're going to try to put it out, people. There's a lot of people on here, a lot of females on here that don't get attacked. And suffice it to say, they don't warrant being attacked. Usually the only good people get attacked because people are trying to extinguish their light because it shines bright. And I'm proud to say that mine does. When you get to a certain age, over 40, you know who you are. You know what you are. You know what you stand for. And you pretty much have a good idea of how people see you out there. And I know how I am. I am a peaceful person that does not hate, but I play a very violent game of defense. That's some of the best players in the world are your top-notch defense players. They defend the quarterback. They defend everything. And that's exactly what I would play. I would be the smallest, but yet the meanest linebacker you'd ever meet in your life. I've been known to almost physically attack people that have come at people that I know. Not me, but people that I know, or an animal. I actually one time went over and jerked a leash out of a woman's hands and picked up the animal and walked off with it. And it was her dog at a dog park because of what she was doing to it. And everybody applauded that was there because I was right. She was abusing this poor little angel. And I went over there and jerked the leash out of her hand. I said, "Are you out of your freaking mind?" I've been known to stop people in the middle of Walmart and say, "Is this your child? Somebody actually let you parent this child?" I mean, that's what I do. I speak out against people. I speak out for people who can't speak. Children, animals, babies. And I've never once been arrested. I've never once even had a ticket. I think I got a ticket one time, a long time ago, like 20 some odd years ago. I got a speeding ticket, I think. No, it wasn't a speeding ticket. It was something else. I've never even been inside a jail. So I'm not that kind of person. I'm not some sort of a radical person that, walks off and like my buddy Bebop. I believe very strongly in the anonymous causes. I have friends over there. I have no idea why I'm saying these things. I guess I'm just needing somebody to talk to. I'll just pretend like I'm sitting here talking to you, and they're going, "What about you?" Well, what about me? My name is Debbie, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I believe in this, I don't believe in that. But no, seriously, it just made me sick to my stomach when I was hearing that show today. I wouldn't even call it a show. It's just this thing where this person goes on this horrible connection and just says things like, "Oh, I don't know if I should turn this way or that way," or "I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner, and I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my life." And I'm like going, "Oh my God, hello." This show is here for people. That's what I've always done it for. It's been here for people. I've taken thousands and thousands of phone calls over on Blog Talk Radio with people needing assistance, people needing help, people wanting to know what to do, and I've bled my heart out for them. I've stayed on the phone one time with one girl for 3 weeks. Go check the archive. 3 weeks we worked with this one girl. She was in a highly abusive relationship, very abusive. It was with a congressman. She lived in Ohio. And she was trying to remain anonymous and yet try to work her way out of it. So, that's about it, I guess. I have nothing else to talk about other than we did hear from Deshawn. That's the biggest thing I wanted to tell you guys. We did hear from Deshawn. Deshawn is all well and cozy somewhere. You continued to use the word when you were telling everyone what happened. Yes, I did. That's called explaining it. Now go back to iconoclast, okay? Anyway, little hater in the room. You continue to use the word. Yeah, the word was Nigger. I used it. Go look it up. It's on my page. It's called Debbie Gets Attacked by a Black Guy. This radical man wanted to kill me. He wanted to kill me. Kill. Now, any of you idiots out there that side with him, all I can say is God help you. That's all I can say. Listen to the broadcast. I played all the audio. He was asked to be on the show. He was on the show. And you know what he said when he came on the show? He goes, "Yeah, you do need to be killed." This person actually said he wanted to kill me because I used the N-word. It's on my page. It's called Debbie Gets Attacked by a Black Man. It was hysterical. It was unbelievable. Just a harmless Skype chat, and this guy wants to bring this other guy in, and he comes in, and he just said, just listen to the show. You may want to skip ahead until about, 10 minutes in, because we have technical difficulties up until then. And Lester Bartholomew Jones. I have nothing to say. Okay, fine. I take that back. I didn't even mention your name. 5x5. Oops. 5x5 says, Iconoclast has nothing to do with me. I don't hate you. I don't have a beef with you. I just made an observation. I have never once said anything about you. Well, good. Yes, he did threaten to kill me. Lester Bartholomew Jones. This is Lester Bartholomew Jones, and I never listened to the Debbie Daily Show. Well, yeah, he did. He threatened to kill me. He was a maniac. An absolute insane maniac. And yes, over me calling him the N-word, are you freaking kidding me? That was in defense of what he did to me. Because I thought long and hard, well, I thought fast and hard of what to use. Because I have a weaponry. And I thought I can pull out the 50 caliber and blow him apart. And I did. Because he goes, bitch, cracker. And I thought, oh, okay. All right. Is that all you got? Is that what you're going to do? All right, now it's my turn. I said, there's no problem, 5x5. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I could write yeah, it was ridiculous. Oh, it was ridiculous. It will go down in history as one of those shows. I cannot wait to tell Mr. Solution about it. He's probably already heard it anyway, but I don't know. I'm just so sick of being sick. I've got that damn flu, and it is horrible. Oh, it's horrible. It is just your whole body just, ugh. And don't take, if you cannot take it, do not take the Tamiflu. It is like toxic. It makes you feel like you've taken poison. Yeah, that show is really something to listen to. I'm not pimping my show, but it's interesting. I'm so sick of drinking water. Ugh. Anyway, so that's really all I had to say. I was just wanting to tell everybody that we did talk to Deshaun. Deshaun is fine. He obviously has his internet connection cut off or something like that. So hopefully he'll be back with more broadcasting. Hey, Deshaun is okay. Deshaun's all right. Bless his heart. Deshaun. Oh, he's a mess. Anyway, so he is okay. He is alive and well. And, hey, it's really all I had to say. Really just, I'm sick as fuck. They give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 of them, so they give you 10. I took 3, and it made me sick as a dog. Oh my God. Oh, I've never been so sick in my life. I was talking earlier that I was sitting on the bed today. I was laying across my bed, not in bed. I had the bed all made up, and I was laying across the bed I still feel kind of shaky, but I was laying propped up on one elbow, blah, 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 when suddenly this wave just comes over me. It's just like that horrible feeling when your mouth starts watering and you're going, oh my God. And I was like, Vic, he comes running in there, and I was just like, bleh. And I was just like, I had eaten nothing. And it was just like, it was just that taste in my mouth, that Tamiflu. So I know you can have some really serious bad reactions to it. So I'm just going to try to fight it. But it'll kick your ass. I'll tell you that right now, because I was up in the emergency room bouncing around, helping people and cooking and cleaning. And I mean, just wham, it just knocked me down. And it all started when I woke up Monday morning. Yes, exactly. A metal taste. And I woke up Monday morning and I thought, I sound like shit, I know, but it's because I'm just like, ugh. But I woke up Monday morning and I thought, hey, Vic. And I was like, what the hell was that? And my chest hurt when I coughed. And I thought, what? And I went, oh, fuck. And I was like, no. And it starts off with your chest hurting a little bit when you cough. And then it's just like, it is downhill from there. You just get this feeling like, the way I described it to my girlfriend was, I feel like I've been poisoned. And this is before I started taking the Tamiflu. All of your muscles just, I've never been poisoned before, but all your muscles just feel like they're real tight and they're achy, or it feels like you went and worked out for the first time in 2 years and you did upper body and lower body, and you wake up 2 days later and you cannot move. That's what it feels like. It attacks your muscles. Your muscles. No, absolutely, I do not take a flu shot. No, because the only time I ever took a flu shot, I got sick off of it and it scared me. I'm shaky right now. I mean, I feel like my voice is kind of shaky. I've got a heater behind me. I think I'll turn my heater on. It's so goddamn cold here in Dallas. This is a loud-ass heater, but... Thank you, Home Depot heater. Yeah, no, I never did. I took one about, 6 years ago, I remember. And it made me sick and it scared me. And so I never did it again. But, I don't know if it would be better than doing this, because this is a pretty serious virus. I can see how this would kill an older person, or somebody that's just very, very, very weak and very sick person, because it's a pretty strong virus. It's still kicking the ass of that baby. I mean, he's very thin, but we're watching him like a hawk. He's fine. Absolutely. Lester says that he had it one time and it was the worst. It's the worst I've ever felt in my freaking life. I mean, I've had hangovers before that I would take 6 weeks of feeling like, rather than to feel like this. It attacks every muscle in your body, and it just makes you feel it's horrible. I'm sorry, that heater's ridiculous. Hold on. It's so cold in there, though. Turn off. And it's not like you really run that high of a fever either. I don't remember running. I mean, my fever was just bouncing up around, 99 or 101. It was not high at all. That baby lit up like a fire engine. I mean, I was holding him in the car. We didn't even put him in the car seat. I was holding him up against my chest on the way to the hospital. And when I got to the emergency room and pulled him off of me, my entire shirt was covered in sweat. That's how hot he was up against me. And they rushed that baby into triage. Now, for those of you who don't know about the ER triage is for gunshot victims, car wreck victims. They rushed that baby into triage because the reason why is we were in admitting. And I was sitting there talking to the nurse, and she goes, okay, this and that. When suddenly the baby I had given him a ring pop on his finger that I wanted him to just use for his throat. And suddenly he just sort of collapsed on me. And she didn't really pay that much attention to it. And I said, nurse, look. And she goes, oh. And I said, no. He just passed out on me. And she goes, oh. And she stands up and she goes, hey, buddy. And she starts kind of slapping him real soft on his cheeks, kind of squeezing his cheeks, goes, hey there, hey, buddy, hey. And I said, ma'am, he's been asleep for the last 17 hours. And she goes, oh, shit, I'll be right back. And she goes back and she comes back and she goes, come with me. And they rushed him into triage because a baby like that shows those kind of signs of whatever they call that, something, apathy or something, it really scared them. And I had to go out in the parking lot and smoke a cigarette while they put the stent in his hand to put the IV in. That was not good. That was not pretty. And when we got back in there, my daughter and I, my daughter was very young when she got pregnant, guys, and we don't really believe in abortion over here. And she just is not strong enough in her mind to be by herself, and she stays here wherever I'm at. I went and spent the night, and I swear to God, this is the truth, spent the night in a hotel room with my husband about 3 months ago on our anniversary, just for kicks, shits and giggles. Mom, where are you? I said, well, we're over here on the Hilton on the water, on the lake. Well, Mom, well, guess who comes over and stays with us at the Hilton? Her and the baby. And it was just so sad. She's like, and I said to Victor, I looked at him and I go, tink, with our glasses. I go, happy anniversary. And there in the bed, in this huge bed, this gorgeous bed, was her and the baby watching, SpongeBob SquarePants. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Vic. But she just really feels like, I know it's really sad, though. It was hysterical. That's why you never hear me going out of town and going anywhere, because of her. She's like, Mom. When she graduated from high school, we gave her a house. We gave her a house. A 3-bedroom brick and mortar home. Deeded it over to her. It was a house that my dad had. After my mother passed away, my father bought a new house. He wanted to totally wash his hands of everything and start over. And then my sweet father passed away. And he didn't pass away in the house, though. He was in the hospital. But I bought it. And after my dad passed away, I wanted to keep it in the family because it was very sentimental. And luckily for me, after a few windfalls, I paid it off. And I actually have I own the title to it. And she won't go stay in it. Exactly. What do you mean you're thinking about going Cancun, Mom? And I'm like, oh, okay. But she's a sweetheart. She just, she's just scared to make the wrong decisions, and she's doing so good. This little boy is he's one of those little boys that you love, not one of those little bastards that you hate, He never throws a fit. He's just as good as gold and walks around this house constantly going, pow, 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 pow. And I'm like, that's what he calls Victor. Victor wanted to be called Paw Paw. I'm going to get emotional. And it came out pow, pow. So he's pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow. They're both asleep right now. But for that matter, Victor's asleep too. I think he's trying to come down with his stuff. Ugh. So that's all. I really didn't have anything to talk about. I'm just over here bloviating. I'm lonesome. I'm glad somebody's out there listening to me. So that's it. That's all. Yeah, she puts tracking bug in my car. For all of you out there that are listening, and for those of you that aren't listening, that'll be listening in the future, I hope you all made it through the freaking new year. I didn't do shit. I rang the new year in the next day, and I said, happy whatever. I don't know. The only thing I did is on Facebook, I just said, hey man, I just hope that 2014 doesn't suck so bad as 2013 did. That's all I'm looking forward to, I don't really use the words happy much anymore. Excuse me. So, well, I guess it's time to get back to my bed and my... Did you know that you can watch every Dick Van Dyke episode ever aired on Netflix? Netflix has got to be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's badass. I watched Forrest Gump. I watched the Netflix episode where Dick Van Dyke's brother is on there, and he calls him Burford. And he goes, hello, my baby, hello, my darling, hello, my right. And he tells us, and he's sleepwalking, and it's like so funny, very funny. He calls him, goes, hey, Burford. And he's just got out of the Navy and the Army, or he's on furlough. It's just really a funny one. And then I watched the one where Laura gets the package in the mail, and she's too curious, and so she opens it, and it's this life raft. Oh, there's the heater again. The life raft blows up on her. That one was hysterical. I watched the one where Rob Petrie was alone in the building, and the water kept going. Oops, hold on. Damn, your heater, you're so loud. It doesn't have to be that damn loud. Watched the one where they had the intercom system between Millie and Jerry next door, and they heard him say that Rob is now Albert Schweitzer. That was funny. Those are good times. I just wanted something to make me feel good, something. I didn't want to watch some dramatic bullshit Breaking Bad thing. I mean, I watched every episode of Breaking Bad. It's hardcore. It can leave you feeling a little bit kind of, about life. Do something for yourself sometime and go to Netflix. Dig up the $7.99. It's $7.99 a month for unlimited use. Now, there's not really top run movies on there, but you can dig out some good ones on there. I've found a few that I like. But what's really cool is all the television shows. You can get just, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of anything, pretty much. Family Guy, Seinfeld, all of them, a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just sort of staying by myself. It's my nails on my desk. I'm bored out of my mind. So there you go, boys and girls. We heard from Deshawn. Shouts out to everybody out there. We got a drop here. Yes, dear.
This is Lester Bartholomew Jones, and I just want you to know that I never listen to the Debbie Daly Show. That's fact.
That's just rude. That's just rude. He never listens to the Debbie Daly Show. That's a fact. All right, so this will be me taking it out of here one more time with, let's see, let me give y'all a song here. No, I'm not going to play Mr. Midnight Movies. He's so stupid. We'll do this one again. And I'll see you guys, I don't know when, sometime in the near future, all right? Y'all take it easy or any other way you can get it, okay? I'm Debbie, out. I'll see you guys real soon.
This is how I show my love, baby.